right, here we go. Good afternoon. Happy Thursday. Yes, it is still Thursday. I hope everybody's doing okay this Thursday afternoon. I hope that your day has been treating you well. So I'm just going to introduce myself. So my name is Azara Badua. I am a dance educator and artist, born in Tobruk, Libya, from Ghanaian parents, grew up in Montreal, Quebec, and now currently live in Toronto, Ontario. There's a lot of traveling. My dance disciplines are traditional West African dance, primarily dances from, yes, Ghanaian parents, primarily dances from Ghana, Guinea, and Sierra Leone. Afro-Caribbean folklore, dances primarily from Trinidad, different various West African street styles, and then dancehall and soca. So that's pretty much in a gist, the different styles that I do. The presentation today is to dive into the importance of African-based movements in our daily lives. I'll say this, yes, and I know that it was focused on mental health benefits, but really and truly, it's really beneficial to your life in general, which I will go more into details a little later. Now, before we begin, I want to do this that I usually do in every class that I teach. So what we're going to do is you're going to make sure that your feet are firmly planted on the ground, wherever that you are within the country. And you're just going to wiggle your toes a little bit just to make sure that you're feeling that the soles of your feet are feeling the ground beneath you. Yes? Okay, so we're just going to take a little moment, just kind of wiggle our toes, feel that ground and the energy coming from the ground and the earth. Once you've done that, we're all going to take a deep breath in. So breathe in with me. And then breathe out. One more time, breathe in. And then breathe out. Nice. Now, I know that we're physically not together in one space, but we're going to pretend as if we're all in one space. So welcome to my virtual living room. Yes, we're going to be in one space for the next, let's say, 50 minutes. We're going to share energies and vibe and knowledge and movement together. So we're going to pretend as if we were together. If we were together, we would look at each other's eyes and just kind of acknowledge each other. So I wanted you to take a moment just to scan. I mean, in this case, it's all black boxes with beautiful names. So just take a moment to scan all the names that you see here and just acknowledge everybody that is in this space with you in this presentation. Yes, I've seen that some people have turned on their cameras. If you feel comfortable, you can also turn on your camera and then look at the beautiful people that you see that have turned on their camera, or as I say, the beautiful names. Yes, so I'll give you maybe like a minute or two just so we can like lay eyes on each other. You know, we can wave, we can smile, we can wink, just take a, I saw you, Karen did a wiggle. We can wiggle too at each other if we want. Just take a moment to be here together in this space, yes? Okay, so I'll give you a little moment. I see beautiful names, I see some nods, I see some smiles, I see a heart, thank you. Great. I feel like I love your energy already. From wherever you are, the energy is just coming to me. So thank you so much for that. Okay, and the last thing that we're going to do that I'm going to ask you to indulge me in is I would need you to put your hand on your forehead. Now, it could be your left hand or your right hand. It doesn't matter. Just put your hand on your forehead. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to scoop things up. Now, what we're scooping is your thinking, your preconceptions, your biases, whatever it is that is going to block you from being present for the next 50 minutes. We're going to scoop it all up. We're going to scoop it. We're going to scoop it. And we're going to toss it to the side. Yes. So for the next moment that we are together, we are just going to be here. Yes, we're just going to focus on our mind, our emotions, anything that doesn't have to do with thinking. Yes, we think so much in a day. We're just going to take a moment just to be here, just to be present and to be here with each other. Yes, I promise when my presentation is done, If you should choose so, you can pick it back up. But for now, just let it rest on the side. Yes? Okay, cool. So thank you. Now we're ready. Okay. Now, before I start talking about the beautiful things that I do and why I think they're important, we're going to move a little bit. Yeah. So we're going to do a little warm up just to get our bodies, you know, moving and grooving, and we're going to sweat a little bit. Now you have the option. Yes, you can do it sitting down or you can stand. I will give you movements, alternative movements if you're sitting down, so you don't feel like you're not in this together, because I also want, if possible, everybody to participate. Yes. Now, don't worry, we're not going on tour tomorrow. It's going to be okay. Yes. I know that we have some dancers, dance enthusiasts, mover enthusiasts, two-steppers. It's fine. It's very simple. We're going to make it through together. Yes. So give me a, you can either use the emojis on the bottom, or if I see your face, just give me a thumbs up to let me know that you're ready. Yes, I see some thumbs up. I see some emojis. Awesome sauce. Okay, great. Now, also give me a thumbs up if you can hear music. You can? Okay, so here we go. Again and back. 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nice. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to reverse now. So we're going to go front, this way, back, that way, and front, this way. Keep going. Another song will come just like that. Here we go. Stop. Good. Now let's go full circle, slow. Good. Let's go a little faster. Up, 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 up. Nice. Okay. Now reach out. You're gonna go pull together, pull together, pull together, pull together. Good for you. Yeah. Okay. Let's try to go a little. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Now we're gonna reach for the start. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now give something to each other. Give that. Give. Let's go. And give. 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 Good. Now give something to the ground, the earth, ancestors. A little faster. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's repeat. Side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Going up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm coming to the center. Give, 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 give. The full goes down. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now 3. So just top. We're going to bend my knee. I'm going to go back. Good. Now we're going to move our hips. We're going to go side. Now keep those knees bent if you can. I'm just basically rocking from one side to another. Yes? Are we still breathing, friends? Yes? Okay, let's go a little faster and rock. And rock. And rock. And rock. A little faster. 1. Good. Let's slow it down. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Forward. Here we go. Now 1. Good. We're going to turn this way. Try and keep your knees bent if you can. Squeeze your core. And remember to breathe. Yes? Good. A little faster. And 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. Other way, slow it down. Good. Here we go. And 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. Good. Walk it out. Okay. Just shake your whole body. Good. 4 steps this way. 1, 2, 3. Good job. 4. 4 steps this way. And 1, 2, 3, 4 to the front. And 1, 2, 3. Nice. 4 to the back. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Good. Are you warm? Is life okay? Okay, so take a moment to catch your breath, drink some water. While you're doing that, I'm gonna ask, let me know how you felt doing that. Yes, you can type it in the chat. I'm just curious to know, or you can put emoji if you want. I'm just curious to know how this warm-up felt for you. Okay, so we have amazing, we have fun, I was grinning the whole time. It felt so good, energizing. The instruments are so beautiful. It added some light to my day. Extremely happy. I decided to join. This was fantastic. My hips didn't realize they needed movements and love. Felt so good, energy, Found many muscles I didn't know I had, found they were tense and then was able to relax them. Energized, I realized how much out of shape I was, but so much fun, so much needed. Oh, nice every day. Music was amazing, upbeat. It was super fun. I could not keep up, but I loved your energy and the uplifting music. Ditto with the muscles. So for the muscles, you were like, oh, this exists. Wow, welcome, nice to meet you. Okay, so while you're catching your breath, I'm just going to talk for a little moment, but we're going to go back to movement. Don't be fooled. This was just warm up, guys. So I also want to keep in mind that, you know, in the time that we have left with each other, which is about 40 minutes, I can't really give you the whole gist of what West African dance is. So I'm only going to give you a synopsis. So think like a glimpse into why West African dance, or African-based movement, I should say, is so beneficial, right? So let's start by movement, which is specifically dance. Why is dance beneficial? Why do I do this? Yes. Now I'll start with like the universal benefits to dance, right? Which is the physical aspect, which is what people usually think of, right? So according to Healthy Dancer Canada, just like any other physical activity, dance improves cardiovascular endurance, muscle tone, balance, posture, flexibility, assists with brain development, motor skills, and coordination. So like that's like the big header, right? Great. But on a cultural level, when we talk about African-based movement, for me specifically, when I talk about West African dance, it is so much more than that. Dance for us is a lifestyle, because dance embodies our customs and our traditions. So for instance, if I take my example, I wasn't born in Ghana, right? So my parents are from Ghana, but I was born in Libya. And the culture in Libya, which is in Northern Africa, is very, very different than the culture in West Africa. Even more so, having grown up in Quebec, which is very different from Ghana, I was able to learn about you know, my values, the cultural heritage through dance, because that's how we learn about, you know, our customs and our traditions. That's how our cultures are passed on from one generation to another, because every dance has a story that reflects certain values, certain beliefs. So it's going so much more than just like moving my arms, yes? And like I said before, they're passed on from one generation to another because it's the visual representation of our lives. So to give you an example, there's a dance for everything, yeah? So there's a dance from the moment you come into this earth to the moment you transition. So if you were having a baby, there's a dance for that. If you just graduated from school, there's a dance for that. If you just woke up today, there's a dance for that, yes? So it represents every single aspect of our lives. And also, it is a conduit into the spiritual, social, and physical and mental realms. So the belief is that dance will help heal your mind, your body, your soul, and also build a connection to your ancestors, your community, and Mother Nature. So in terms of your body, some of you had said it from before, right? You discovered that there was muscles that you were never introduced to before, right? So that connection to your body. So if there was a place that was tense, in moving that shoulder or moving that hips, you can be able to access that without having to think of, oh, what part of my body hurts today, right? So in saying all that, how do we do this? Yes. So West African dance, as you may have noticed in the music that I was playing, is performed to percussive and polyrhythmic tempos. So polyrhythmic, for those who don't know, it's just a big fancy word to mean several rhythms happening at the same time. Yes. Now, with those several rhythms happening at the same time, the way in which my body reacts to them might be different. Because there's so many tempos happening, my shoulders could be doing one thing, my chest could be doing another thing, my hips, my legs, and so on and so forth, because every rhythm is connected to a different spirit, which will be connected to a different part of your body or your soul, or so on and so forth. Yes. The primary instrument that's used would be the drums. The drums for us has a spiritual connection. Yes, the drums, basically it's an amalgamation of many spirits. Yes, so there's the spirit that's carved into the body of the drum. There's a spirit that's in the skin of the drum. So sometimes, depending on where you are within the continent, it might be goat skin, cow skin, and so on and so forth. And then there's a spirit of the person that's playing the drum as well. So all those spirits, along with there's often like hand clapping and singing and stomping of the feet that's accompanied by these rhythms. All that together connects you to, most importantly, the people who were here before you. Yes, so all of us are here in this moment, but a couple of years ago, a couple of centuries ago, we weren't here. So we're connected to the people that was here before us as a source of wisdom, healing, connectivity, and also love. So you may have noticed that during the warm-up sessions, there was a lot of repetitive movements. I mean, it was just a warm-up, but it was just to kind of give you an idea of what the baseline would look like. Now, these repetitive movements, which some of you, I'm glad that some of you had mentioned, helps you reconnect with your body. And it helps you become more aware of your cognitive state. So if you were like, I think I'm okay, and then you start dancing, you're like, no, you know what? I know that I'm okay, right? Life is going to be okay, because it helps you connect to the intangible, right? So there's certain stuff that we can see, but our emotional state is not necessarily visual, right? And it would also help us with our self-expression and our communication skills. As much as I talk now, and this is what I do for a living, when I was younger, nobody would have thought that I would have ended up here, because words were not something that I used very often. So dance for me became a way that I can be able to express myself when words failed me. So that also helps build your self-esteem and your individuality. And then lastly, it also helps, these repetitive movement also helps relieve stress and your anxiety. The number one thing that people tell others when they're feeling anxious is, all right, let's just take a breath, right? And that's why I kept reminding you to breathe while you were doing these movements, because this is where it can be able to calm yourself down or excite you. So do the opposite in case, let's say you were just like mellow and you needed some excitement. Dance can also help you do that. So as an example, in certain villages, I'll talk about my okay, well, nice to see you, Mary Lauren Gregoire. So I'll give you an example. So in certain villages, there's what we call drum therapy. Now, drum therapy, how that works is the drum has different tones, right? So you notice that when we did warm up, I played, I would say, 3 different variations. And those 3 different variations have different tones, right? Some of them were slower, some of them were faster, some of them were medium, and they kind of played in between those tempos. Now, the reason for that is that the right drum tone can stabilize or soothe an upset individual, or can rebalance someone who's feeling hysterical. Or if you find like a pleasing deep bass tone, you can be able to either calm someone down, like I said, or excite someone, or bring them back to their natural state. Yeah, so that's kind of how, the drumming and then the dancing and everything works. I might say, I know that I'm talking a lot, but I'll say that I am going to leave a question and answer period at the end. So if you have any questions or comments, you can just write them down, and then we'll have a question period at the end. So in going further, the biggest thing when it comes to West African dance is that it's not done in silos. Yes. And that's why I wanted you to connect with each other and notice that you're not here by yourself, because everything for us is done in community. In African culture, no man is an island. Yes, we're all connected, and we're all needed for the functioning of the community. Yes, we all need each other in some way, fashion. Right? Helping you connect with one another through your collective energies is also a healing mechanism. I've had students who will come to my class and they've had like the worst day ever, but just being able to be in a physical space or in a virtual space, knowing what we've been through for the past 2 years, but just being connected with other individuals and sharing that energy has a beautiful effect that we can't even predict. Like I can tell you you'll be good, but you won't even know it till you're actually in that space with other people. And also it's like, it's a way for you to feel that you're not alone. So if you are struggling with the moves and you look at somebody else and they're equally struggling, you're like, you know what? I can keep doing this because we're in the struggle.com together. Life is going to be okay. Yeah. So those are some of the benefits that dance for us, that dance represents for us. It also brings networks of people who share a common value or life experiences. None of you are here. I don't believe in coincidences. None of you are here by coincidence. Yes. When you saw the title, something resonated in you to say, you know what? This is where I need to be. So all of you share a common value, even if it's just curiosity, even if you're just like, I just wanted to see what she was going to do, or I just wanted to move, whatever it is, there is something that brought you here. And through that, we are forever connected in this space. So when we talk about October 20th from 2 to 3, you know that with how many people are in this room? I think there's like 40, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, 28. So you know that with 28 people from 2 to 3, you are all connected. So forever now, you guys are the 28 family of October 20th. Yes. And it's just to kind of give you a more concrete example, the pandemic. Yes, I'm tired of calling it the pandemic. So I usually say when life went on pause for 2 years, the reason why that was so hard for us is it was not necessarily because of what it was, but it's the isolation of it all. Because humans are not meant to be by themselves. Like we're naturally social beings, right? So that's why being in a community and doing something like dance will be able to bring us together. We'll be able to make friends, to make connections, to help people get certain places or to help you get certain places, right? A little story time. So there's a person by the name of Ronika Hall who is in this presentation. We met through dance. She just turned on her camera. Hello. We met through a dance class. And years later, we are the best of friends. Our businesses are linked. And she also referred me to be able to be here with you, right? So something as common as going into a space to learn 1, 2, 3 step has built a lifelong friendship and connection. So that is why we do what we do. Yes. Also, like I said, so it maintains positive, reassuring, and encouraging environment, because an encouraging environment is key to promoting and ensuring that you have mental wealth. Yes. If you were in a place and the house was on fire, you are going to be stressed out, yes? But if you're in an environment that is inviting, that is promoting, you know, your expression and your happiness and your self-confidence, and that's pushing you to be you in however facet that you come into, that is an environment that can be able to help your mental wealth and to help your growth as an individual first, and then as all the titles that you hold in your life, right? And lastly, the importance of African dance also is that for those who are African descent or Caribbean descent, a lot of the times we don't have access to classes or workshops or things like that. So when we do get an opportunity to take such classes, it helps us reconnect with ourselves, right? The ancestors provide so much wisdom, but in order to be able to tap into it, you need to be in that space that they can be able to communicate with you, right? So be it, right now we're doing it to traditional drums, but if it was like, you know, other percussive instruments, or if it was recorded music, or if it was chant, whatever it is, the fact that we are together experiencing something that is from our culture, that gives us like a sense of, not only like a sense of pride, but a sense of belonging, right? And like I had explained before, it also, without deliberately doing it, informs you of your culture. If it wasn't for the fact that I did dance, or I should tell the truth that my mom forced me to do traditional dance when I was younger, I wouldn't have learned, I wouldn't be able to speak my language. Yes, my parents spoke it at home, but when you grew up in another country, so if you grew up in North America, you're so focused on learning the language of that place. So I was so focused on learning English and French that my language kind of came, very, very secondary. So through dance, I was able to learn, about myself as a Ghanaian, about the food, the language, the customs, the values. And then now, many, many years later, I'm able to pass on that information. So if it is time for me to transition out of this world, I know that I have left a legacy for the next generation to keep this going. Yeah. So that's pretty much the gist of it, my friends. Like I said, it was just a glimpse of it. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to move again, because I felt that we've been sitting down for a very long time. So, so we're going to move for the next 10 minutes. I'm going to teach you a very, very small routine. Now, I know once I said that, some of you went, wait a minute. I promise it's going to be very simple. It's going to be okay. We're going to get through it. Like I said, we're not going on tour tomorrow, maybe next week, but not tomorrow. It's going to be fine. You go at your comfort level. Again, you can either choose to stand or you can choose to sit. I will give alternative options if need be. And then afterwards, we'll do a question and answer period. Yeah, so I'm going to check in with you. Give me a thumbs up. You can write it in the chat. Let me know how you are, if you are still with me, if life is still okay, if it's still Thursday. Yeah, okay, I see some thumbs up. I see some thumbs up. Amazing. Awesome sauce. Okay, love being here. Amazing. I love it that you're all here. Yay! Okay, cool. So here we go. So what I'm going to do right now, so I'm going to teach you a specific dance. Yeah, so we are going to Ghana, my friends. So welcome to Ghana. You get to go to Ghana for the price of this workshop. So the dance that we're going to do is called Palago. So Palago is a dance from the central region, so the capital. It's a recreational dance done by youth. It came in the 1950s. Yes, it came in the 1950s. Yes, so I'm going to teach you three. We'll try for 4 movements, and then after we'll attempt to do it with the music and then see what happens. Yeah. All right, cool. So the first thing that you're going to do, now keep in mind that all forms of traditional dance, traditional West African dance, I should say, I'm always going to be grounded. Now, grounded, what that means is my feet are planted to the ground, wherever you are. I'm going to bend my knees and sit into that hip. Yeah. So I'm trying to collect the energy from the earth to my whole body. Yeah. So I'm going to bend my knees. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump. If you don't want to jump, you can just basically lift up your heel and go down. If you're sitting down, you can just lift up your heel and then go down. Then you're going to give something to somebody and then insist that they keep it. Okay? So we're going to do this movement 8 times, but the jump, we're only going to do it once. So basically, we're going to go jump 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Yes, if you want to challenge yourself, I'm also going to use my waistline is going to pretend as if you were pushing something back, right? That's if you want to challenge yourself. If you're like, you know what, not today, that's okay. So let's try it together. I'm going to say 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we start after, okay? So 5, 6, 7, 8, and jump. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Good. Then you're going to do the exact same thing, but you're going to pretend as if there was somebody to your right side and your left side, and you're giving something to them as well, right? So you're going to go give, next person, next person. This is 4. We're going to go to 8. This is 5. This is 6. this is 7, and this is 8. Yes? Okay, so let's try it from the front. So to give to each other, and then to give to somebody that was next to you. Okay, so see what happens. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. We won. Hop. 1, 2, 2, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Side to side. And a 1, 2, 2, and 2, 2, 2, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Yes. How did we do? Are you still with me? Is life okay? I see some thumbs up. They all came. Okay, cool. Last move we're going to do. You're going to, basically this move is you are giving something back to the earth, to your ancestors, and so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do, still with my knees bent, I'm going to go, your soles of your feet is going to come up, and I'm going to go on the heel. So I'm going to go heel, step, heel, step, heel, step, heel, step. As you're doing that, you're going to give to the ground, come back center, give to the ground, come back center, give to the ground, come back center, give to the ground, come back center. Yes? So let's try the arms and the feet together and see what happens. Okay, here we go. 5, 6, 7, we won. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Good. If you want to challenge yourself, you can also twist the hips at the same time. Again, if you're like, that's too much work today, that's okay. So let's put these 3 moves together and see what happens. Okay? 5, 6, 7, here we go, and step. 1, 2, 2, and 2, 2, 2, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Side to side. And a 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. The feet. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Yes. Okay, so how did we do? How are we? Yes. Good. Oh, Marwa, you're from Ghana. Yay. Okay, cool. So let's try it with the music. Okay, now, which I should have warned you that Palago is a little fast, but we will do okay. I promise. Okay, I promise. Okay, can you hear the music? Yes? Okay. So, I do it slow first, and then we'll accelerate the tempo. Try to do it 3 times in a row, see what happens. Okay? 5, 6, 7, 8, and top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Okay. Are we sweating yet? Are we okay? Yeah. So we have about like 15 minutes left. So I'm gonna leave it up to you. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. We can do it one of two ways. You can type it in the chat, or you can do the raise hand function, and then I will unmute you and you can be able to speak. Yes, so over to you as I drink water. So I'm sweating and okay. Thank you. That was absolutely amazing. You're very welcome. I'm glad that we're sweating together. Yes. Okay, so we have Maria.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Thank you. It's great to meet you. This has been so awesome. And I'm an occupational therapist, and I'm very into movement and dance. Sorry if I cut out there. Can you still hear me? Oh, have you got me? Okay, thanks. And often I run into this with all sorts of creativity, and it's that idea of what I would love to know, I love hearing this from people. What helps you when people say, oh, I can't dance, oh, I can't move, and helping them feel safe to come it's not about sort of that idea of it, and just helping people feel safe to join in that community.
Thank you. Great question. So when people tell me I can't dance or I can't move, my rebuttal to it is, do you have a left feet and a right feet? If you have a left feet and a right feet, then everybody can move, right? At the end of the day, your dance level may be different, right? So like a professional dancer is very different from somebody who just listens to music at home. But in terms of movement, that can be done with anybody, right? So I will meet you where you are. So if today all we want to do is hand clap, then we will hand clap with joy. Yes. If we want to do two-step, and that's what we'll do. So it's really going to where that person is and just making it not I think it's because sometimes when we say dance, people are like, oh my gosh, performance, right? Dance is so much more than performance. Performance is just a small aspect, right? So if we just say it's movement, because you've done, from the moment you got to me, you have done probably hundreds of movements, yeah? Waking up is a movement. Waking up is also this, to me, can be a dance, right? So it's just taking the word dance out of it, and it's just your movement of life, essentially. You're welcome. Anybody else? I will also leave my contact information here if you'd like. So we have somebody that says, that's a terrific approach, very inclusive. Yes, thank you. Anybody else, or people that are still breathing, or you would like to dance again? We can dance again if you want to. That's possible. No, we're all okay. We want to dance? Okay. So let's do our collective vote. Yes. Do we want to just dance again for another 7 minutes? And then we will collectively leave, or what do we want to do? Okay, so you can give me a thumbs up for dance, or you can type in, I have dance in capitals, or you can do that as well. Okay, so it seems everybody wants to move. All right, tell me twice. Okay, cool. So let's move. Now, if we're going to move, my friends, what we're going to do is, the childhood game Simon Says? Okay, so we're going to do that, but it's going to be called Zara Says, which means whatever I do, you would replicate to your fashion. Now, I promise I'm not going to make you do backflips. It's going to be okay. It's going to be small movements. You do it at your comfortability, okay? All right, here we go, friends. Remember, you asked for this. So let's go. Oh, you're so welcome. Faster, here we go. Switch, and hop. Faster, and up. Good, and hop. And hop. And shake. Good, and hop. And up, and hop. Hop. You got this side. This side. Hop. Leave it there, and hop. Up and up. Last time. Hop. Up. Okay. If you can, go forward. Come on. Go down. Up. Up. Okay, so let's try this. Let's kind of come down. We're gonna come down a little bit. Just a little bit. So here we go. Just gonna do some breathing exercises so you can be able to come down just a little. Yes. So breathe in. Breathe out. All the way down. Breathe in. Breathe out and open your legs. Come out slow. Good. And out. And in from the pelvis, all the way up, down. And up. One more time, down. And up. Good. Head to the side. Other way. Head down. Up. Head up and good. Breathe in. Breathe out into a squat, or you're just coming down this way if you're sitting down. We're gonna stay here. We're gonna put our head down. You're gonna touch your ankles, and then you're gonna come up halfway. Then you're gonna go back down. Come up halfway. Go back down. Remember to breathe. Focus on your breath. Now we're gonna come up slow. You're gonna close your legs. Good. You're gonna come down. You're gonna touch the ground. Feel the ground beneath you. Good. You're gonna come up. You're gonna touch the floor. Keep breathing. Nice. Now you're gonna touch your heart. Feel your heartbeat. everybody in this space. Yeah, so take the moment to go to every Block square and present, energy, good thoughts, good feelings towards everybody in. So all these beautiful Block screens present something to each and every person. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate all of you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much to Alliances for Healthier Communities. Thank you so much, Renika Hall, for the invitation. I hope you had fun, you learned a thing or two, we sweated. Sweated is not a word, but it's gonna be a word for today. And yeah, but thank you. I felt each and every one of you, so I appreciate you. And somebody said, thank goodness it was over Zoom. That's funny. But yeah, but thank you so much. I left my email address and website. If you want to contact me, just let me know. And I hope to see you again soon, whether virtual or in person. Yeah. So hearts and energy, you are so welcome, and have a great day. Thank you. You guys are awesome sauce. Bye.